Serving one's dharma sometimes requires swift, decisive action. This was the wisdom given in the Bhagavad Gita in the sacred dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. This is no mere superstition but rather the timeless wisdom of the renunciates and learned brahmanas who composed the Mahabharata over the course of thousands of years. The title Bhagavad Gita is not mere or trivial, it means the song of the Lord. It is considered aparasya, not of human origin, just as the Vedas themselves are divinely inspired. The wisdom of the rishis and great sages is the foundation of the intellectual and spiritual tradition of Indian society, and ultimately, a prosperous Hindu way of life. There comes a time when the fight is inevitable, and to hesitate is to welcome destruction. It is better to be the first to strike in accordance with Dharma than to flee conflict and be crushed. There are times when the only way to end a fight is to land the first blow. I am by no means advocating for physical violence, of course. However, as this video plays, Hindus are mocked and their traditions are being erased. Just recently, Rutgers declared that teaching Hinduism, rather than what is properly called Sanatana Dharma, is a form of extremism. What does it mean to take action when the survival of Sanatana Dharma itself is on the line? We really need to discuss defense and offense. Behold, the two Raghavas Rama and Lakshmana are freed from the coils of the serpent noose. Now, with renewed vigor and determination, let us destroy Lanka and the entire Rakshasa race. Show your valor, O Vanaras, and make this land empty of the enemies of Dharma. After being struck by the Nagapasa, they were entirely immobilized and paralyzed, effectively taken out of the fight and ready to be slaughtered. The bold act of faith of Hanuman, who leapt across the ocean with the mountain of herbs, is the moment the entire army comes back out of their incapacitated state and resumes the offense with renewed fury and resolution, and led Ram to a glorious and decisive victory against the armies of Lanka. Isn't there a similarity between the state of the army in the Ramayana and the state of Hindus, especially in the Western diaspora today? The community is highly educated and numerous, yet is paralyzed by the barrier of institutional or intellectual distance from mainstream Western discourse. Furthermore, many Hindus today feel the need to hide, downplay, or abandon their traditions out of fear of ridicule, social ostracism, and, in some unfortunate cases, for themselves and their families to avoid being the targets of hate crimes. Other times, Hindus, mostly younger, have traded their traditions in exchange for modernity, and lately it seems certain gurus and YouTube short channels have completely given up sadhya, spreading mass amounts of misinformation, misleading both Hindus and the public about the tradition, which provides ammunition that non-Hindus can use to attack with. In the Ramayana, Hanuman concluded that Sama, Dana, and Beta conciliation, bribery, and diplomacy would not work with Ravana. Only Dana, forceful or firm action, was left. Know me to be the servant of the great soul, Rama, the son of Dasaratha. I have come here by the command of the great Lord, Rama, desirous of victory. I have also brought the message of his mighty ally, Sugriva. I am born of the wind god and am known by the name Hanuman. You should not consider me contemptible. I have accomplished this impossible feat because of my devotion to my master. Notice how Hanuman did not lie about his devotion, nor flee or shy away, nor betray Rama. Instead, he declares, I have accomplished this great feat because of devotion to my master. Hanuman's decision was the exact opposite of hiding. He transitioned from stealth to strategic visibility, which was central to Ravana's downfall. Hanuman is perfectly embodying Purusha-Kara, bold, self-confident action. Hindus often feel timid and discouraged about defending Sanatana Dharma, so I want to motivate the community to have a larger say online, combat misinformation, and help balance the conversation. The reclaiming of our tradition requires strategic intellectual and institutional assertiveness, and it's high time we do something about it. We must not only defend against ideological attacks but also proactively define the terms of the discussion. Videos will be posted every Sunday Eastern Time. If not, expect to see a video bi-weekly. Please understand I have a busy schedule and will try to get videos out as soon as possible. Thank you for listening, and remember, only the timid and the weak leave things to destiny, but the strong and the self-confident never bank on destiny or luck. Om Shanti.